What up, geeks? Rob here from The Geek Abides, and I'm here today to give you my spoiler review of Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. If you haven't seen the film yet, you still have time to turn back now.
You must choose. But choose wisely.
Still with me?
You have chosen wise.
After decades of false starts, Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice is finally upon us. For the first time, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman all share the big screen in a live-action crossover event. The actors are fantastic, but a poorly written script and severely underdeveloped character arcs hold them back. There's a lot wrong with Batman vs. Superman, but the film also gets a few things right. The film spends its first half dealing with the aftermath of the Metropolis battle as a US Senator, played by Holly Hunter, digs into the how and why of the first film. It's clear that she does not trust an alien with unlimited power, and that mistrust plays right into the hands of the film's main villain, Lex Luthor. Luthor gains access to the wreckage of Zod's spacecraft and also his body for future study. But then, out of nowhere, the film drops the Senate subplot and wipes the story clean with one big, well-placed explosion. And the subject is never addressed again. Superman just kind of walks away and no one says a word.
Bruce Wayne meets Clark Kent. I love it.
The main plot here is that Luthor wants Superman dead. Why? Who knows? It's never really explained. So he manipulates a variety of chess pieces to set up Batman to fight Superman, while simultaneously developing a backup plan just in case the battle doesn't pan out. Everything that's good about this film centers on Batman himself. This is far and away the best Batman put on film, ever. Ben Affleck took a lot of shit when it was announced he'd be taking over the cowl. But after seeing the film, I have to say he absolutely killed it. My only real complaint is the director's choice to have Batman kill at will, using any weapon close enough to him, including machine guns on the Batmobile. Batman does not kill. He does not use guns. It goes against everything he stands for. So to see him get so angry at Superman for the countless deaths during the Battle of Metropolis, and then turn around and go on his own murder spree?
Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
What's wrong with the film? Just about everything to do with Superman and his side plots. Mostly dealing with Lois Lane, who feels like her only role in the film is to be a damsel in distress who needs constant saving. Henry Cavill is a great Superman. He looks even more ripped in this film than he did in Man of Steel. He continues to play Superman as a reluctant hero who's afraid of what the world thinks of him. It just feels like he hasn't learned anything from the first film. He's still struggling with the idea of being a hero, but once you get into the title fight, you will forget all about that.
Lex, it is a pleasure. Ow! Wow, that is a good grip. You should not pick a fight with this person.
The worst part about Batman vs. Superman has got to be the decision to cast Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. He plays the role like a spoiled rich kid who got put in charge of his daddy's company. His choices with the role are so far off that anytime he's on screen, it just sucks you right out of the movie.
Black and blue. Fight night.
Eisenberg goes way over the top and dances the line of camp a little too close for comfort.
Day versus night. Son of Krypton versus Bat of Gotham.
Lex Luthor should not be a young, twitchy Zuckerberg type that's amped up on Mountain Dew. He should be a ruthless and cunning bastard. Eisenberg simply has no gravitas, and his attempts to be evil come off as eye-rolling. In my opinion, the perfect Lex Luthor would be played by Bryan Cranston. That is an actor with gravitas. Now let's talk about Wonder Woman, played by Gal Gadot. In my opinion, she steals the movie. And when she finally appears on screen in full Amazonian armor, she got the only cheer from my audience, and it was amazing. It would have been nice to get some backstory to explain who she is, but I'm sure they're saving that for the Wonder Woman standalone film coming soon. The character honestly feels like she was tacked onto the film, and the same goes for the other metahumans as well. I was fully expecting Aquaman, Flash, and Cyborg to turn up during the final battle, but their cameos are relegated to what amounts to a tiny teaser trailer late in the film. Their appearance has no direct impact on the overall story, at all. So about that Batman-Superman fight.
Tell me, do you bleed?
We get one fight, and it's a short one at that. The film really shines anytime that Batman and Superman are on screen together, so it's really too bad it takes so long to get to this important battle, and when we finally do, the fight is over before you want it to be. Even though it was short, the fight was fun, and just when you think Batman has the upper hand and he's about to plunge a kryptonite spear into Superman's chest, my second biggest problem with the film happens. Batman has a change of heart. It literally comes out of nowhere. That leads us into the climactic battle with the creature Doomsday, who was created by Lex Luthor using the body of General Zod and the alien technology he was granted access to. Doomsday's design is a bit goofy, looking a little bit more like a cave troll than anything else. But Zack Snyder does a good job making him a viable threat. He's almost indestructible. It's here that Wonder Woman makes her exciting debut, and my audience went nuts. We then get a cheesy comment from Batman and Superman.
She with you?
I thought she was with you.
We also get the hero money shot with all three standing side by side. It's a cool shot, but it's also hindered by a sudden change in music. We go from Hans Zimmer's wonderful score to some sort of rock song that eerily reminds me of Motley Crue's Dr. Feelgood. Strange decision, Mr. Snyder. I won't spoil the ending, but I will say that the film felt like it had 12 of them. There's also not an after credits scene, which, after waiting through the entire credits, my audience was audibly angry. Why they stuck the metahuman teaser in the middle of the film and not saved it for the stinger is beyond me. Overall, the film comes across as a dour, bloated mess that's devoid of any humor. DC, I understand what you're trying to do here. You want to do your own thing that's different from Marvel, but you can give us a few laughs. Bottom line, the film basically is a really long build-up to the Justice League movie. It could have been 30 minutes shorter and should have cared less about tying into Man of Steel and focused more on being its own thing. Still, it was fun to see Batman and Superman slug it out for a few minutes, and the future of the franchise can be fixed. I'd give this 3 out of 5 White Russians. Now bring on that solo Batfleck movie.